afternoon, viewers. My name is Jemima Ndebele, and we're stoked to welcome you back here into the new year, where we talk about all things culture, connection, and creation here on Generation C.
My name is Reason, and if you still don't know, Generation C is the show that aims to empower the youth through all our three segments, which is first, The Zone, School Corner, and Varsity Chat Room.
While The Zone is published every Tuesday in the Namibian Sun, the Republican, and the Algemeine Zeitung. So we're here to give you reason why it's the best Tuesday read. Now, Reason, have you ever heard of any kid inventors making waves in or around Namibia? Because I certainly haven't.
Actually, quite frankly, I never thought of it that way.
Well, why don't you viewers let us know? But for now, why don't we check out our daily aid?
Welcome back, viewers. I hope you guys enjoyed that ad as much as we did. And now we're getting into our articles. On the front page is a multidimensional leader advancing the youth agenda, Desiree Matthias. She's a patriot and servant leader who is fiercely loyal and devoted to Namibia and committed to contributing towards the transformation of Africa in her lifetime.
Very insightful and inspirational indeed. And speaking on things regarding transformation, I think it's important that we also touch on education. And speaking about education, the Zone also spoke to the Ministry of Education's Executive Director, Sanit Steenkamp, to hear what the ministry has to say about the reputation of education amidst examination rewrites. Also, the principal of 6 schools shared their thoughts and goals for the year in today's Vox Pop on page 2. So please do stay tuned for the following video.
My name is George Kandetu. I am the principal of MHRF Primary School, and I just want to highlight a few issues with regard to how the registration process has gone, and a few challenges that we are encountering, and also what is my expectation for this year. Yeah, well, first of all, as we all know, we are all affected by the COVID pandemic. That has an impact also on the school, both in terms of the intake and also in terms of the progression and our objectives. First of all, due to COVID, to start with the registration, due to COVID, many or all our learners are transferred to the next grade. If they are not promoted, then they are automatically transferred to the next grade. And that has an impact on the intake at our school. And I'm addressing this because we have an influx of parents that are coming to knock at our doors to seek for places. And because automatically, if learners are transferred in such a big number into the next grade, that has an impact on the space available. So the first challenge that we have is that we don't have a space to offer to the parents, and that is really a painful experience, especially here in Commerce in general, also specifically with regard to MHRF. We are trying by all means to accommodate these parents. We are currently only relying on information, maybe from parents that have found some places elsewhere, but that is not coming at once. We really have to kind of monitor the situation and see whose child is not coming back in order to help these parents. And what makes the problem also more is the fact that we are attending schools, or learners are attending school in cohorts, which means that a day will pass before you know whether the next learner will report to school. And that is kind of a challenge. So my appeal to the parents who have withdrawn learners from MHCREV is that they should communicate with the school in time so that we can assist these parents. Yeah, that is concerning the registration. The problem is even more at the grade 1's intake because there is simply lack of schools in Commerce to accommodate all the learners, so the parents are being sent back and forth, and that is really a painful experience. Also referring to the impact of COVID on education is that many learners have been transferred, as I said, so which means there was not really a positive impact, so to say, since the syllabus has been shortened. So we are not sure whether we have really reached every child. So that leaves a backlog in the last 2 years that COVID-19 has been with us, that has left a backlog that we as a school are trying to address. And the only way to try and address this is to have remedial teaching, to have learning support, and also to appeal to the parents that education has now taken another paradigm shift, where you don't only wait for the school to have an impact, but you as a parent at home can also play the role of a teacher. So we are trying through WhatsApp means and other communication to engage parents also in teaching at home, because the time that the child is spending at home should well spent by also educating or filling in what education could have done in that space. So we are also appealing to the parents to continue like they have done last year, to engage and to use the technology to the best interest, so that no learner is left behind in terms of education. Yes.
Yes, my name is Nomakando Kangira, Director of Sunshine Group of Schools. We have schools all over Windhoek. We have preschool, kindergarten, primary, secondary, and tertiary. So we are a one-stop shopping center. Yes, this year we are looking forward to exciting moments, because so far our enrollments are growing up. Our parents have confidence in us. So most of our learners have come to back to school. The most important thing I want to share with you is we have all the things here. We have our transport system, which is running all over, collecting children, putting them back. We also have a canteen, which is nutritious food. So some parents don't have to worry about preparing food and carrying it. Children carrying food. We have a very good hostel.
My name is Lucas Ashiti, the principal of UNAM Secondary School in Commerce region. Currently we are busy with the admission for grade 8. We are busy finalizing and taking out those that did not come, and be ready with the ministry countdown. So grade 9s and grade 10s are all finalized. We are extremely full, and we are expecting the grade 11s to come within 3 weeks after the exams. 2022, the goals and the objective is obviously to do better when it comes to sport, performance, discipline, and obviously academic performances in comparison with 2020 and 2021. Thank you.
Very interesting video we had there. Now we get on to page 3. So in page 3 is a whirlwind of emotions and leads with a beautiful story about visually impaired little girl Mariana Grobler, who is the first person with a disability of a kind to enter a mainstream school.
That truly is beautiful. But on a more mellow note, the lack of youth workers in Namibia gave Bachelor of Arts graduates from NAMCOR greater insight into the importance they hold in the growth of Namibian youth. Commonwealth Secretariat in London, Charlotte Barcham, takes us through his story.
And on page 4, if you attended Academia Secondary School, there is no doubt that you need tissues for what's on page 4. The school recently had to say bye to one of its icons, Mr. Rust, after 3 decades of earnest dedication and molding of the children. Please watch this video.
Page 5 is sure to make you smile because it showcases adorable photos of children getting into the gist of things while getting back to school. Isn't it just cute, Reason?
Amazing. Remember when we were back to school?
Wow, good times. During the weekend, the junior golf team of Namibia partook in their first 3 opens. It will help shortlist a national team that will travel to Egypt towards the end of March 2022. Have a look at how intense it was.
Pinar, I'm the president of Namibia Junior Golf, Namibia, and I'm doing this now for the past 7 years. We are hosting 9 tournaments a year for the juniors, and what we also do, we use the tournaments, draw up a merit list for the A division, and then we choose the national team that goes to all Africa Confederation. But this year it's going to be in Egypt, end of March. So today we had actually like trials. So the trials was today, the first weekend of Feb, and also the last weekend of February at Shumep. So from that we're going to choose the national team to go to Egypt, because last year we didn't have any tournaments that we could use for the merit list. So how the tournament works, an open tournament for the juniors consists out of A division. The A division play medal and they play from the white tees. The B division play also from the white tees, but they play stable fit, so they're playing points. And then the C division play from the red tees and they play also stable fit. So if you play stable fit, you can actually pick up when you can't make points anymore. But if you play medal like the A division, you have to play till the ball's in a hole. So it can be from a par to a triple bogey. It depends on how the player plays. And then the player for today played 77, that's Willie Els. So he's leading today in the tournament for the A division. We had a lot of D and E division players. The D and E division players is players that don't have handicaps. The D division starts of the age of 11 to 18, and then the E division starts of the age of 5 to 10. So today we had more than 30 players on the D and E division. So and they also play shortened holes. They play between 50 meters and maximum 200 meters. And they play 8 maximum shots on a hole and picking up the ball on the 9th shot. But it's a very fun game. Parents are carrying their bags. It's like a family outing for the D and E division. So it's really like a fun tournament for them. The prizes consist out of trophies and certificates on each tournament. And then our next tournament is going to be the first weekend of February at Swakopmund, also for the A, B, C and D in E division. So we will announce the date soon.
Today I'm playing in the Mayor Junior Open and I'm going to try and win this tournament. I'm feeling good, hitting the ball well, and I look forward to doing my best today.
So if you win here today, what does that mean for you?
It gives me an advantage in trying to make the national team, and the national team will go to Egypt in March, which is going to be an awesome tournament.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Justin Albert. I come from Swakop. My surname is Albert. I'm schooling at Westside High School. I'm 11 years old. I want to try my best today on this golf course and try my best to win.
How will you feel when you win?
I feel amazing.
Perfect.
Okay, so I'm Charlie Lohman. I'm 16. I just turned 16 years old. I go to St. Paul's College, and I'm here today to play in the Mayor trials for the national team to go to Egypt, and then an under 16 single player trip to Scotland.
How does that make you feel if you're going to win here today?
Well, I'm very excited, but I'm just taking it one step at a time.
Right, awesome. Thank you.
Good afternoon. This is Willie Elson. I'm coming from Swakop. Today I'm gonna win. That's a promise.
How are you going to feel when you win?
I'm gonna feel happy.
Then your dad needs to buy you something really special, hey?
Yes.
Okay.
People are really calm.
Now on page 6 for the Afrikaans reader, there is a story that announces the winners of the competition by network. The teachers Sariki and Colin hail from Grootfontein and Walvisvlei, respectively.
A big congratulations to them. Absolutely spectacular. What an insightful edition that was. Now we'll be moving over to our next segment, School Corner, to go through the rest of the pages. What an informative and exciting edition that was. Please be sure to stay tuned so you see all the other stories we have in School Corner.
And on page 7, as always, we can't go any further into this episode without appreciating the teachers who help instill values and morals into the lives of the Namibian child. This week, we appreciate the hard work and dedication of Janmoor Secondary School teacher Jennifer Couricius, who is an Afrikaans teacher for grades 8, 9, 10, and 11 at the school.
And as you know, it is important for us to give credit where credit is due. So guys, please be sure to share your content so we can help you share it. Up next, we have a story by Rivaldo Kavanga talking about the situation with the lack of space in schools in Namibia. And then after that, we'll head into our next segment and also our last varsity chat room.
Amid the lack of space in schools, the ministry has given directive for schools to admit eligible learners. The reopening of schools last week was met with commotion and disruption as numerous parents scrambled to various schools in search for dire placement for their children. Office blocks were filled with long queues of parents who were looking for space, with most parents in search of placements for grade 1 and 8. The government needs to plan more, are the words of Lloyd Shanika, the Secretary General of the Namibian National Students Union.
Welcome viewers to our Varsity Chat Room segment, where we look at all things varsity. Today on page 8 of The Zone, we have an informative article on the registration dates of all tertiary institutions, as well as a feature of Chevening Scholarship recipient Joyce Luanda. So please do enjoy.
But hold on to your heads before that, because we have an amazing guest in studio, Gideon Shilunga, who is a UNAM student and is here to tell us about his e-commerce business. Please stay tuned for this interview.
And welcome back, audience. Please be sure to hold on to your hats, because for our lively youth, we have an exciting and lively guest in studio today, businessman and UNAM student, Mr. Gideon Shilunga, who's here to tell us about his e-commerce business that is flourishing and taking Africa by storm. Welcome, Mr. Gideon. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you, ma'am?
I'm very well, thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Well, would you mind telling us about your business, Republic Ventures? Is that right?
Yes, ma'am. That's right. My business name is Republic Ventures. Started in 2017. In 2018, that's when I really started with the online buying and selling. But I don't have a website yet. I'll be launching the website in March. The website will be launched in March. I started in 2018, where I used to sell second-hand things because I didn't have enough funding. And then 2019, because of Corona, it was a bit of slowdown. Luckily, in 2021, I won the competition, the Tony Alumelo competition from Tony Alumelo Foundation. The CEO himself is Mr. Tony Alumelo.
Wow, impressive. And so the only services your website provides or your business provides is then buying and selling of goods. Is that right?
Yes. The website will actually be selling goods such as home appliance, computers, and traditional craft.
Wow.
And doing free deliveries.
Free deliveries?
Yes, free deliveries.
I can imagine it must be hectic to handle such a business. So are you the only one behind this, the founding of this successful corporation, or is there a team behind you that's helping you manage this?
Right now, I'm the CEO and the only owner, and I'm hoping to get some investors to help me out because the funds I won in the competition, I won 5,000 USD. I want to put it to good use where I will launch the website, but right now I'm the only one.
Great.
Hopefully, I'll get investors who will help me out with the funding.
Great stuff. In addition to the competition that you won in Nigeria, was it?
Nigeria, yes, ma'am.
Great. And what are the challenges that you faced? I mean, this is an online website. What are the challenges that you faced in starting up this business?
The challenges, most of the challenges starting up, because I'm a startup, most of the challenges startup face is funding. Like I said, in 2018 I was busy doing the buying and selling where I sell second-hand goods. That was not actually enough to fund for all my daily operations and administration costs. So funding is always the most challenge. Funding, that's one of them, and then probably government policies. Because like last week, I just went to go settle duties, BPAS duties, annual year duties, which was a lot of money. So I don't like talking about it.
I can imagine. And your biography, it tells us that you're a student as well at the University of Namibia.
Yes, ma'am.
How did you then manage to balance your e-commerce business and your studies?
I'm a final year student. I started in my, I think I was in my third year of diploma. I was actually in my second year of diploma, which was 2017. Then when my business was registered, and I started typing, where I had an internship with UNAM. Then I started using their materials to type my business plans and all those financial forecasts. So when we entered the competition, I had all those things, which were typed. I used UNAM material when I was busy with my internship. Every time when it's knock-off time, I use the materials just to type and all that. So I managed.
You sound like a very, very dedicated student and businessman.
So we are trying hard.
So what advice would you give to young people out there that also want to start a business and have another source of income while studying? What advice would you give to not just young people, but all aspiring entrepreneurs out there?
Like I tweeted last night, if you have an idea, start, take that risk. The youth, they are scared of taking risks.
Definitely.
You must just start, and then the challenges come. When you start, that's when you have an aim.
Yes. Yes. There you have it, viewers, from our guest, Mr. Gideon, who tells our youth just to put themselves out there and go for their dreams. So, go for your dreams. Unfortunately, guys, we've come to the end of this week's episode of Generation C. So until next time, I'm Jemima Ndebele.
And I am Reason Bok.
Bye.